I am it's Dave here from Amplify, and I'm talking to the man, Mr. Eric Gales, the second coming of Jimi Hendrix, they say. And
Thank you.
for all you people who don't know who Jimi Hendrix is, turn off because we're not interested. Okay, Eric, have you always wanted to be an artist? Let's go on back and just work out where this all started. Where did it all begin?
It just kind of happened, man. It kind of happened. I just kind of stumbled up on finding this passion that was, quite appealing to me, and I took a strong liking to it at a very early age, man, and
How young?
really young, like 4 years old. So,
Really?
yeah, and from there, I just, ran with it and kept grinding at it, man, and
Family influence? Did the family
Yeah,
musicos?
absolutely, absolutely. Family was a big, huge part of the influence of music. It was very prominent around the house. It was very, it was a lot of music being played and being heard around the household. So it was kind of inevitable for it to happen.
Okay, when did you pick up your first guitar?
I picked it up at 4 years old.
4 years old. So you started hacking around at 4 years. When did you get your first real guitar? Because that couldn't have been a real guitar, surely, at four.
It actually was a real guitar because my brothers were playing around before I was even born. So there was a real guitar around. And I stumbled around and picked it up at 4 years old
Oh
and
my
played a little something, and again, found a liking to it. And my brothers, saw that I was, pretty serious about it, and then they began to, coach me along, a couple of years later.
And are you left-handed?
Well, I write right-handed, but I play left-handed.
You play left-handed. Well, there you go. So obviously Jimmy was an inspiration, obviously.
To say the least, yeah, of course. Amongst a whole lot of other
Well,
players,
there's
but
been some
he
fantastic.
definitely, he definitely was one.
There you go. All right. So, how long's this journey been going now? 30 odd years, yeah?
It's been going for 46 years.
46. Holy,
Yes,
that's a long time. So,
a good while.
so 18 albums. Tell us a bit about the story, that 46-year story, just some highlights and some, forks in the road that sort of saw you do a few different things.
It's called a record deal at 15, man, and just, man, a string of things that came across the journey in my career that cultivated me into, being very, very blessed to have this life of doing something that never has been a job to me. It's been, something that I love to do, and been fortunate to meet a lot of my idols and inspirations and influences and people that have been a huge part of me being the musician and artist that I am, and the journey is still going. So just taking it day by day and considering it a blessing every day to
What
be a part of this thing called music.
what city did it start in?
My hometown, Memphis, Tennessee.
So you started in Memphis, and have you been there all the way through?
Up
Predominantly.
until about 14 years ago,
And where did you move from there?
I moved to North Carolina.
Okay, so you're in North Carolina. I love North Carolina. I did some whitewater rafting down there
Okay.
where they did Deliverance. So North Carolina's a beautiful place, a really beautiful place.
Yeah.
Okay, so many collaborations. Can you
Yeah.
pull out a few? Pull out a few that were sort of momentous, that sort of stuck in your mind.
One or two I've done with Derek Chucks. Done so many, man.
Yeah, I know.
So many. It's quite a every last one of them have been memorable, and none to ever forget. All of them have been, times that have been cemented into, my career that I'm very, very, very fortunate to have had the opportunity to, vibe and play along with, all of the artists, vocalists, players, um, you know, instrumentalists and everybody that I've come across have been, quite profound for me to have been able to engage with music in some degree. From Gary Clark to Kenny Wayne Shepherd to Robert Randolph to John Mayer to Joe Bonamassa, just and everybody in between, man. It's just been amazing.
Some big names there. Now, in a world where technology's gone crazy over the last, especially the last 20 years, 30 years, with streaming and body the changes, social media, all that sort of stuff, guitar playing's remained reasonably the same. So, you still, I presume you still got your tube screamer pedals and all sorts of stuff that you're still
Yeah.
rocking. So how has that played a part in that must be quite a cool sort of thing that you don't have to progress to be something different than what you've always been. Turning up is pretty much the same gig for you.
Yeah, man. This, yeah. I put the guitar in my hands, and whatever happens, happens. I mean, the effects and equipment that I'm using, it can play a part in it, but I truly believe it's coming from the human being that's playing the instrument that has a lot to do with the sound and tone that's coming out of it. The guitar, the pedals, the amps, they all aid in helping to make the human being be that much more better, if you will. But I think I think 95% of the tone and sound comes from the human being.
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay, so you've been called blues rock, hard rock, heavy metal. What do you think? How would you describe your sound?
I don't know, man. I'm just a connoisseur of music, period, man. I call it, if I had to call it something, I just call it feel good music.
You turn up. You turn up. Okay, your latest single, "Whipping Post," has just been released. Uh,
Actually, that's not my single. I'm just was featured on a project with the artist, and I've been doing a good bit of things that I'm featured on, quite a bit lately, and it's actually pretty cool to get the phone calls to be part of someone else's project, and it's awesome to see and awesome to be a part of, and that song turned out pretty well. It already was an amazing song as it was, and to bring homage to it in a light that we did it was pretty profound for me. So I was very, very happy to be a part of that.
so do you bring out your music? Do you bring out, you've got a lot of albums and all. When's that? When are you bringing out your next solo?
The next record, I'm almost done with it. I'm actually done. We're at the mixing stage, and we're looking for this next record to come out around August sometime.
This year. So something to look forward to. Beauty.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And man, I got goosebumps when I think about it. And the world is definitely put on notice for the next Eric Gales record. It's going to blow them away. I believe it's going to blow them away.
Can you give us a few early sort of hints, or do we just have?
Well, it's a tribute to my late brother, little Jimmy King, and it is I think that I did it in a grand way that is something special, man. And I couldn't be more excited about it. And it was about time for me to give homage to my late brother. So
And
he was an
older,
amazing player. He was an amazing player in his own right, and I can't wait for the world to hear what I put together.
older brother.
Yeah, I'm the youngest of us all, so
Okay, so
yeah,
someone obviously that inspired you to do what you're doing.
absolutely, yes, yes, yeah. He was a good, he was a blues player himself. Yeah, little Jimmy King. If you have no clue who I'm talking about, I suggest you go and
We'll look him
Google
up.
little
We
Jimmy
will
King. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes.
definitely look him up. Um, with all the collaborations that you've had, who would you like to play with, alive or dead, that you haven't played with?
That's a good question, man. I've been asked that before. Um, I'm yet to still, sit down and pluck a little bit with John Mayer. I'm looking to see that happen. Someday. But there's a lot, man. There's a bunch of them out there that I'd love to sit down and collab with and have some fun times with, man. Come one, come all, man. I'm open to any and everybody that want to vibe.
Okay, and what are the long-term aspirations still? Do you have them?
Just to keep it moving, man.
It-
Keep it
it-
going until I can't no more. To continue to inspire, and leave an influence and a legacy in this world that far succeeds my time alive and far succeeds my time after I'm gone.
Okay, you're performing at Blues on Broadbeach a bit later on in the month.
Yeah,
I think. So what
yeah. Later on in the week, yes.
in the week? What are you looking forward to there? What can the fans
Just good
expect?
vibes, man. Hanging with the people, man, and just giving them some good energy, and we all just trying to make the trying to make the whole building, the whole area, just move and just have a wonderful time, man. A
How
wonderful
many how
time.
many times you been here?
I've come to every time I've come, it's been to Byron Bay. So this will be my first time at Broad Beach, and we're looking forward to it. And the times that we've come and played at Byron Bay has been amazing. So
You play
honestly, I
Blues Fest.
expect nothing less than a great time.
So that's Blues Fest, obviously.
Yes.
Aha. So boom, boom. Okay. With that in mind, you've been around a long time. What piece of advice would you give to performers, especially, you've sort of seen all these changes take place and you keep turning up and doing your thing. You must
Uh,
you must see a lot of people these days trying to make it non-performing, like bringing out little short videos and trying to social media their way through and really not being happy because I presume a performer wants to perform. So what advice would you give to anybody now that you see following in your footsteps?
Man, I'd say nowadays, with whatever that's working for you, continue to do it. Don't give up. Continue to see it through, man. You just never know what may be waiting for you the moment that you just decide to quit. It could be right at the doorstep. So you got to see the dream through, man, and keep pushing. Just keep
Stay,
pushing.
stay unique.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's good advice, and I think keep playing because basically performers need an audience. So the more you can play, the more you've got the potential to build an audience.
Exactly.
Don't stay in your
I
head
agree.
trying to construct stuff. I think we found that with COVID. As soon as people didn't have the ability to go live, they didn't really like turning
Right.
to a computer.
Right.
So
Exactly.
stay live,
Exactly.
perform to a live audience. All right, let's get into some final sort of questions, some nice, easy sort of questions to see you out. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Now, I could imagine that before you get here, you better watch out because you've still got to get through your visa. So, what's the craziest thing?
Um,
I think
Man,
there'd probably be a lot of stuff, but maybe you can't just
it's a lot, man.
you
It's a
can't
lot,
you
man.
can't put
It's
it
a
down.
lot, man.
I think
Some things that I care not to say, but
I can imagine.
I just put it like this: I survived. I'll give it that much.
Did you just before I go on with the questions, you must have you start at 4, you pick up a guitar, you're following in your older family, older brothers, whatever footsteps, and they're protecting you obviously. So they're obviously bringing you along. So you have disappointments, but they're obviously there to sort of fall back on and all this sort of stuff. And
Hmm.
it must be a pretty cool uh, experience. Most people get to experience it like raw. They've got to do their own thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, yeah, I had them to fall back on, but I mean, later on in life, I experienced, falling flat on my butt, and experiencing some raw aspects of life. So, I mean, I've experienced it in all kinds of ways, and which goes back to me saying, a lot of things that I've been through, I can just follow that up by saying I survived. I'm still surviving. So,
I think that's fair.
that's just the best way I can put it.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. We've all got a certain amount of skill if we apply it, but we've still got to live in this stupid existence called the mind. Not so much the world, because the world's pretty easy. It's the mind that we've got to get through. What's
True.
what's the one topic you can talk about for hours?
Um, I mean, music, I guess, would be one of those things. More
Right.
music I could speak about for quite some time.
And guitar. Did you find much change going from Memphis to North Carolina?
What was the question? Sorry.
Did you find much change going from Memphis to?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, it's more laid back, which I like, which I like.
All right. What's the thing you like most about yourself?
Uh, my determination, man. My determination.
You look like you'd walk through a few walls if you had to. Uh,
If I had to, I would.
I'm sure you would. Okay, let's finish with a few favorite questions. Favorite album?
Wow. Band of Gypsies.
Uh-huh. Favorite artist?
Man. Wow.
I know these aren't easy questions.
I'm gonna say Eric Johnson.
There you go. Great artist. Favorite movie?
Hmm. Right now, I'm gonna say the new movie Sinners,
Sinners. Sinners is a good movie. Favorite place to visit?
Brazil.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I just love it there.
It's mad there. It's mental.
I just love it there, man. It's a beautiful place.
It's completely mental. It is. It's a beautiful place, but it's still completely mental. Favorite venue to play? And you've played a few.
I play quite a. Yeah, that's a difficult question, man. That's a difficult question. There's a lot of them, man. There's a lot. Everywhere is okay for me.
And
Everywhere.
I would think as an aficionado, you'd probably like a good room rather than a big room. You'd like something with the right acoustics rather than, you know,
As long as the energy is there, then I'm okay with it.
you're okay with it. That's cool. Favorite food?
Man, I like spaghetti a lot.
Really? Spaghetti.
Yeah,
Bolognese or marinara? With
whatever kind my wife makes.
There you go. There you go. Favorite drink?
Uh, uh, Shirley Temple.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the first time I've got that answer. Favorite person in history, apart from me.
My dad.
Yeah, is he still kicking?
No, he's passed away.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Favorite. Do you have tattoos?
I do.
What's your favorite?
I got a few of those, man. I got a few, all of them,
Can
all
we
of them.
can we see them, or are they in obscure
Uh,
areas?
they're in obscure places.
All right, that's it, man. I don't know what else. What else can we? Do you want to anything else you want to advertise while we're here?
Just the website, man, ericgales.com. It keeps you up to date with everything going on. I'm on all social media platforms. Keep an eye out for this new record, man, and
If if
just stay moving, stay
which
moving.
which which album should we get before we get the new one coming out? Which album?
Crown, the most recent album, Crown.
Get Crown. And what about video? Have you got a video we should look at?
Yeah, it's videos. It's a video to Crown. It's another video off of that record. There's a couple of videos off of that record.
All right, so we'll pull those out and we'll have a look at those. Man,
Yeah.
it's really cool to talk to you. It's hard not to think when they say the second Jimi Hendrix Of course, we've got Jimmy visualized here. It's hard. You know, I should be saying pick up a guitar and show us something, but obviously this isn't the forum for it. But we don't have to wait too long because you're going to be out here next week. This week?
Absolutely. This week, yeah, yeah,
Going to be
yeah.
out here this
In a
week.
few days. In a few days.
So get to Blues on Broadbeach this week, and you see if he isn't the second Jimi Hendrix. Good on you.
There you go.
Good on you, Eric. Thanks very much for your time today, mate. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Thank you, man.
Good luck with everything.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.